Now for this first method, I want to shout out my student Brad, who got 100 qualifying video editing client leads in just 2 days. Let me show you what he did. Alright, so our goal here is to fill out this entire sheet with a bunch of qualified clients, and the way we're going to do it is quite simple. But first off, this sheet here is for my students, but you can easily just create one yourself. Just open a sheet and start making some rows. And this first method, we're going to use YouTube search. Now, it's not going to be just normal YouTube search, because I think that it's going to be a problem, and you're going to see it in a bit. But we're going to do something that's going to make it way easier and to find channels that can actually use our help and are able to pay us. So let's, for example, search for a niche here. So SMMA, like marketing agencies. I just searched for SMMA, I think here. Like this. And here's the problem. We get some very, very big channels, right? Like Iman Gadzhi or Rene Lecard. I think he has a lot of subscribers as well. Oh, he actually doesn't. That's actually a fine channel. But yeah, like Iman Gadzhi, Jordan Platten, Iman Gadzhi again. Like some of these channels are way, way, way too high. Charlie Morgan, such. You're not going to be able to reach out to them or make a trial edit and then get to be the editor. Like they will do a proper job post if that was the case. But what we can do instead is we can go into filters up here, and this works a lot of the time, and then you go into channel, and what it's going to do is give you a way bigger variety of channels that you can actually work with. So for example here, 5K, that's way more reasonable. 27K, that seems possible, you know. Sometimes it's also going to be very low subscribers, like 80 subscribers. You're not going to get paid or anything like that from that kind of channels, but there's a ton of opportunities here. Just scroll down like this, and these channels are likely, as you can, that's not a channel we found, but like here, like they could use an editor, and they're likely like in need of an editor as well. And if you did a trial edit on Outreach, they would be perfect. So what I would do is just put these in, like the contact info and their name and language and all that stuff, and then you can, you know, outreach them later. Now, what I did and Brad and my students have done is that we have a customized software here. So we just scroll down like this, like a bunch of channels, then we copy them all and we put them inside this software right here, and then we press generate lead file. And what this does is it basically goes through each of these channels and filters them out. You're going to see here in a bit, which makes it way, way faster for us to find these perfect channels to reach out to. All right, so as you can see, it's currently generating the PDF here. It's just almost done here. And then once it's done, we're going to get a, yeah, now it's done. We're going to get a PDF, so it should be here. And what it has done is it's basically, like I said, gone through each of the channel and took like a screenshot of the actual channels with their videos and their titles and the thumbnails and everything you can see here. And this is super smart for us, because then I have this here, which is a customized ChatGPT, and we just drag this PDF into it. And what it does for us is now we can just give it the PDF here. Now it should be able to go through it, and it can scan through what kind of channels is actually like useful for us, and how many subscribers and average views they have and everything in the contact info, which makes this super, super fast, as you can see here. And also it avoids all like channels with under 1,000 subscribers, so you don't get like all those, you know, trash you don't need. So let's see here. I think I went through a lot of channels, but yeah. So what we're gonna do is just gonna copy it and put it into our document here, and now you can see we just instantly got all these. And this is what I want you to do as well when you find this channel. I want you to like say the language, subscriber, and average views and such, and then you want to judge them, because not all of these channels are going to be perfect. But for example here, this is a high fit channel, because like consistent uploads and solid niche, and this is like no recent uploads in 8 months, so of course they're not going to need an editor. No uploads 9 months, but here active uploads, niche appeal but may scale, like consistent emotional driven is May content. So we can check them out here and see if it actually works here. Yeah, for example, this would be a perfect guy to help with editing. As you can see, he doesn't have anything in his video, or maybe a little bit, but that would be perfect. So this was the first method. We're now going to move on to the second method, which you can use if you had a hard time finding channels by using the search, or like you've run out, you've gone through a lot and you can't really find anything. This method is going to be very helpful to you then. All right, so for this second method, we're going to use this website called similartube.co/top, and it's very important you visit that specific link, or else you won't visit this site and it's not going to work. So you're going to go under find similar, and then we just have to find one channel that we like, and then we can easily find more. So for example, let's say we want to find travel vlog. Okay, not Japan, but I mean that's fine actually. So we're going to get some very big channels here, but like we can just take some of the, oh yeah, and we can just use this thing I showed you before. Solo travel Japan sounds good. Dale, Philip, hidden Japan, like this is a bunch of stuff here. All right, so okay, this guy is probably very big already. So this guy, solo travel Japan. Yup, that could need some editing. What about this guy, Dale Phillip? Oh yeah, so he might have a ton of subscribers, but I bet a lot of them is from his shorts. So he could easily, would be a very, very good channel to like reach out to and help with editing. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to put this channel into here. We can just use the ad here like that, and then search. And now it's going to not only find like very similar channel in like niche, it's also going to look at like the audience and the views and the tags and everything to make sure like this high quality similar channels. All right, perfect. So now it's here. So we have to scroll a bit down before we see it, but right down here, channels like Dale Phillip. And now we're gonna get a bunch of similar channels that could be very, very good to reach out to. And the cool thing about this is we can just click on, for example, Hungry to Travel, like this channel here. And we can visit their YouTube as well. Right here, you can see if this is good. Yeah, look, this is almost a perfect channel as well. They likely also need an editor with everything they're doing here, and about recent uploads and their travel. Yeah, that's perfect. So now we visited this channel as well, and we can just scroll down, and now we have a bunch of more channel again that's similar. You see, we went into the food vlogging niche. So a quick way I found to get like all of these channels, like if you want their links, is if you go into console. Right here, and then I have this code here, you can just see here. So this code here, if you write that into it and you press enter, you get all of these links instantly, which now this is for each of these channels that are here, so it's super fast. And what we usually do is we copy it into the lead generator file here, but you can also just use it yourself and put it into like your own lead tracker, right? So again, and you can just keep going down this rabbit hole here. So if you want to find a chasing plate by these guys, now we go find 10 more channels. I highly recommend you do this. All right, so far we've found a bunch of channels that could need an editor. Now we're going to find channels that for sure need an editor. Let's move on to method 3. Now before I show it, I just want to say thank you to all the people who suggested this video. If you have any more ideas or something you want to cover in the future, just write down in comments, and in the future there's going to be even more ways I can show you of getting clients, so stay tuned for that. Alright, so for this method it's very simple. It's YouTube jobs, and the reason why it's so powerful unlike like most other job posting sites is because these in here we actually get high quality YouTubers of all ranges. What you do is you press jobs up here and you press video editor here. These are like you can see million subscriber channels and also like 22k, and so like it's very high quality in here usually, that you can get some very, very good positions just by using these YouTube jobs here. But it's kind of tough sometimes, because pressing this apply button, you have to make a user, and when you create a user on YouTube jobs, you have to like have a lot of subscribers, like you work with a lot of subscriber channels and millions of views and such. So a quick way to circumvent that is to just do a trial edit for them and send them directly through an outreach. Now, speaking of outreach, what if you got a bunch of you found a bunch of good editing clients, but the next step you need to do an outreach, like some of these here out here. What you can do is I have a video for you that shows you one way of doing this outreach, which you can watch right here. So go ahead and check that if you need help with that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the future.